Ghana's COVID-19 death toll has crossed the 1,000 mark. The figure is currently at 1,001. This was captured on Ghana's COVID-19 dashboard managed by the Ghana Health Service and updated on Saturday, August 28, 2021. The country has also recorded 596 new cases of the virus, thus pushing the active case count to 7,016. Out of this, 148 and 61 are in severe and critical conditions, respectively. Since the outbreak of the pandemic in Ghana on March 12, 2020, a total of 117,636 cases have been recorded in the country. Some 109,612 persons who have contracted the virus have also recovered over the period. The Ghana Health Service has announced that it would begin giving out AstraZeneca vaccines to persons due for their second jabs from next week. The exercise will begin from 31st August 2021 to 4th September 2021 across all the 29 districts in the Greater Accra region. The Ghana Health Service, in a statement, said persons eligible to partake in the exercise should be people above 18 years who received their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine from 10th March 2021 to 29th March 2021. The statement also admonished the general public to bring along a valid national ID card and their COVID-19 vaccination card for the exercise. The government took delivery of 249,600 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine from the UK government last week. AstraZeneca was the first vaccine to arrive in Ghana earlier this year when the country heightened its efforts to beat COVID-19. Out of about 800,000 people to have been vaccinated with AstraZeneca, nearly half the number is yet to get the second jab. The Ghana Police Service has deployed a special team to monitor and regulate the free flow of traffic on the Kaswa-Bujumbura-Winneba Road. The police, in a statement issued on Sunday, August 29, 2021, said the decision follows many complaints about gridlock and indiscipline on the road, especially on weekends. The statement also cautioned drivers to adhere to the road traffic regulations because defaulters will be arrested and prosecuted. Quote, the police administration has taken notice of the many complaints about the heavy traffic and indiscipline on the Kaswa-Bujumbura-Winneba stretch, especially on weekends, the statement added. We apologize for the inconvenience suffered by users of that route, especially Saturday, and we hereby announce that a special team has been constituted and deployed to monitor and regulate the free flow of traffic in that area. The Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Honorable Herbert Krapper, Esquire, has on behalf of the government signed an institutional partnership agreement for Germany and Ghana to collaborate on testing of construction materials and chemicals. The signing took place on the sidelines of the Compact with Africa meeting in Berlin, Germany on August 27, 2021. The joint declaration of intent signed with the Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy of the Federal Republic of Germany, the Federal Institute for Material Research and Testing for Germany, and the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Ghana Standards Authority for Ghana seeks the common aspiration to foster the economic and trade cooperation between both countries. The joint declaration of intent was signed for the German government by Mr. Marco van der Witz, Parliamentary State Secretary, and Professor Dr. Aldrich Payne, President of BAM, whilst Honorable Herbert Krapper and Professor Alex Dodu, Director General of the GSA, signed for the government of Ghana. Seven government agencies have so far been migrated onto the Ghana Card. Chief Executive and founder of Margins Group, the implementing company for the Ghana Card project, Moses Baden, has disclosed. This means these agencies will accept only Ghana Card for transactions. It is accepted that 17 agencies will be migrated onto the Ghana Card and will comply with the policy of transacting government business with only persons that possess the Ghana Card by the end of the year. The telecom firms will also be migrated onto the Ghana Card before the end of the year. The move, he believes, will save the nation $1.5 billion of cost if all government agencies are migrated onto the Ghana Card. To him, the NIA has the will, the tenacity and ability to succeed, adding both parties, the NIA and his outfit, have been successful. So far, 15.2 million Ghanaians have signed onto the Ghana Card. 160,000 foreigners have also been registered. The banking industry continues to record rising cases of fraud, with the latest figure hitting 1 billion Ghana cedis in 2020, compared to 115.51 million recorded in 2019. A total count of 2,670 cases of banking fraud were recorded in 2020, as compared to 2,311 reported cases in 2019. In all, there were 2,670 cases of fraud reported in 2020, up from the 2,311 cases reported in 2019. This is contained in the 2020 Banking Industry Fraud Report released by the Bank of Ghana. According to the report, although the banking sector did not suffer any losses from any of the banking fraud attempts, it poses a reputational risk to some banks whose staff were found culpable in 2 of the 3 reported incidents. The losses incurred as a result of fraud for 2020 stands at 25.4 million Ghana cedis, as compared to an estimated loss of 33.44 million Ghana cedis in 2019. The central bank attributes the steady rise of banking fraud to the use of poorly remunerated temporary staff who undergo limited background checks. The U.S. city of New Orleans has lost power, with only generators working as Hurricane Ida batters Louisiana. The storm brought winds when it made landfall, and those people who did not flee have been advised to shelter in place. One person was killed when a tree fell on their home in Ascension Parish in the Baton Rouge area. Ida would test New Orleans flood defenses, strengthened after Hurricane Katrina killed almost 2,000 people in 2005. President Joe Biden said Ida would be life-threatening, with immense devastation likely beyond the coast. Over 1 million homes in Louisiana are without power, and Mr. Biden said it could take weeks to restore supplies. The president has declared a major disaster in the state, releasing extra funds for rescue and recovery efforts. Ida gathered strength over the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico during the weekend. The authorities in Nigeria's northern western state of Zamfara have banned some economic activities in a bid to tackle armed criminal gangs carrying out killings, kidnapping for ransom, and cattle theft. The state government has announced a closure of all weekly markets and restricted the use of motorbikes from dusk to dawn. It has also banned the transportation of livestock outside the state, while those bringing them in must be investigated to determine the genuineness of the livestock. The weekly open-air markets are usually operated in rural areas, where people gather to transact on basic goods including food items, livestock, farm inputs, and textiles. The authorities have also ordered petrol stations not to sell more than 10,000 naira, that is $24 or 18 pounds worth of fuel, equivalent of about 61 liters, to commercial drivers at a given time. Nigeria is grappling with the worsening wave of killings and mass kidnappings for ransom by gunmen. And authorities, communities, and families appear to be taking desperate measures in the face of the crisis. In northern Mozambique, hundreds of internally displaced people who had fled jihadist attacks that began 2017 have begun returning to their homes following military operations involving troops from Rwanda. In recent weeks, towns and villages in Cabo Delgado province that had been overrun by Islamist militants have been recaptured. Rwanda local media has shown photos of the military helping displaced people set off in buses and lorries from displacement camps back to their homes. Mozambican authorities have, however, warned that some areas are still not ready to be repopulated, as the jihadists destroyed basic infrastructure. Close to 750,000 people have been forced to flee their homes because of the violence. Cristiano Ronaldo has completed his Manchester United medical as he closes on a return to his former club. United announced they had reached an agreement with Juventus to re-sign the 36-year-old forward on Friday. Personal terms have been agreed on a 2-year contract, with the required aspects of the deal to be finalized before the deadline on Tuesday night. The Premier League club will pay around €15 million, almost £13 million, plus a further €8 million, almost £7 million in add-on for the Portugal captain who underwent a medical in Lisbon over the weekend. Ronaldo scored 118 goals in 292 games during his first spell with United between 2003 and 2009. Ronaldo's departure from Juventus was confirmed on Friday by boss Massimiliano Allegri, who revealed he was told by the player he had no intention of representing the club again. United's rival, Manchester City, were offered the chance to sign the 36-year-old and considered making a move, but the Premier League champions pulled out of negotiations. Portugal defender Ruben Dias has extended his contract at Manchester City until 2027. Portugal international Dias, age 24, joined City from Benfica in September 2020 for about £65 million. He helped City win the Premier League and Carabao Cup and reach a first Champions League final. Diaz was named Men's Footballer of the Year by the Footballer Writers Association and Premier League Players of the Season last term. Quote, "Playing for City has surpassed all my expectations, and it's an absolute pleasure to be part of such an incredible squad, said Diaz, who has made 50 appearances for City and was named the Champions League Defender of the Season for 2020-2021. Quote, to be part of the squad that achieved so much last season was incredible and made us all hungry to achieve even more. Now I just want to try and play my part in helping us be successful this season and beyond. He also thanked manager Pep Guardiola for helping him to develop as a player and, quote, keep pushing me to improve. Secular artiste turned gospel singer Irene Logan has opened up on her cigarette addiction and battle with depression at the prime of her career. Quote, my journey in the public eye started in 2006 when I took part in the Stars of the Future competition. I was young. I think I was about 22 years thereabout, and I so badly wanted to fit in as an only child. Quote, I had grown up in a Christian home and I wanted to explore the world. So that steered me away from my calling. Irene explained how she got into the cigarette addiction. Quote, the addiction put me in a world that wasn't meant for me. It put me on a completely different path, and it opened me up to all types of associations, she said. Explaining how she disassociated from the lifestyle she adopted, Irene Logan said, quote, I got out by grace. It was so bad. You know how the story of Jonah in the belly of the whale ended. I can relate to it so much. Because no matter how much I run away from God, He found me. She urged young people to embrace their true self and allow God influence their lifestyle. Veteran Nollywood actor popularly known in the Tenso television series Victor Olautan, aka Big Daddy, has died. Confirming the news of the death to The Punch on Friday, his wife Julia Olautan said her husband died on Thursday night in Lagos State. Julia appreciated individuals who helped her husband while battling for his life in a Turkish hospital. Big Daddy has suffered a traumatic brain injury after a ghastly car accident in October 2016. Julia and some other ace actors had been soliciting support on Olautan's behalf. Mr. Olautan featured in movies like Love Struck, Three Wise Men, Remember Me, and Alter Ego.